Hi everybody, welcome to the second segment, episode 215 of Sold with Updike Pugh. I'm Jeff Updike.
I'm Weston Pugh, and today we thought it would be really important as everyone is getting ready for this spring market to talk about creating generational wealth with real estate.
Really great topic. I've never in my 30-year career heard somebody say, gosh, I wish I'd sold that house 10 years ago.
I know. You know what else I've never heard?
What?
I've never heard a tenant say at the end of their lease, oh, I'm so glad that I'm going to get money back after I sell my apartment.
There are really five important components to creating generational wealth with real estate. Number one is appreciation. If you look at the Dallas-Fort Worth marketplace, we've had a 4 to 5% appreciation over the last 30 years. And that is keeping up more than the cost of living. Even in the downturn of the market from 2008 to 2011, our housing prices lost an average of 12%, where many markets in the country lost up to 25%. 2 years later, every dollar of that had been recovered.
Isn't that amazing? And it is a testament to real estate and how strong that can be. One of the other things we want to talk about is what rental income looks like. So one of the things that is rental income is amazing is because as inflation goes up, so does rental income. It is one of the indicators. But what doesn't go up is your mortgage. Your mortgage is based off of a fixed interest rate. Taxes will be the indicator, and insurance that will actually make a change to that. But overall, you will see the value continue to increase as does your rental income, which will give you a net that will actually increase with that over time.
Number three is the tax benefits of owning a piece of property. A piece of property is treated much like a business is. And so at the end of the year, you're able to deduct all of your expenses against whatever income you have. In really the perfect world, you have this property maybe on a 15-year note if you have to borrow money to buy it, and then your rent income covers at least 10 months of what that cost is.
It is amazing. And there have been some guidelines that have relaxed having rental properties, which is really great as it is included in your income, which is a different in the way they've calculated that before. One of the other things too is inflation hedge. Inflation hedge is really similar to what we talked about earlier about rental income. But again, as inflation goes up, so do rents. And so this is a really great way to, in an inflationary time, stay ahead of things. Whereas everything is contracting, your rent is one of those elements that continues to go up and hedge your mortgage.
And the last is equity building. Equity building is the amount of money that you are retaining in ownership in the property. And if you had a mortgage on it when you bought the property, that equity continues to grow as your mortgage balance goes down. But kind of circling back to that appreciation we talked about a second ago, that also adds to what that equity is. So I think I'm correct on this stat, but the average personal wealth of someone that owns real estate is 73% higher than someone who does not own real estate.
I would agree. I've heard it start with a 7, so I don't know if it's a 7.0 or 7.3, but I have definitely heard that. So it is a really great way to step into it. I think one of the most interesting thing was that your brother found stock where he'd invested $2,000 20 years ago, and then it found out 20 years later it was worth $8,000. Was it 8,000 or was it like 30?
No, I think it was 8,000.
It wasn't very much.
Yeah.
And you and I both looked at each other and thought if you would have taken that money and invested in a house as your 3% down payment, there would have been way more than $8,000.
So we hope you found this helpful. If there is ever a time to buy real estate, it is today before prices continue to go up and while interest rates are still reasonably low. If there are any other topics you'd like for us to talk about, let us know. We'll be happy to make that happen.
And just remember, we want to be realtors for life.
When you're ready to talk real estate, you can reach us online, by phone, or by text at 214-377-2223.
And remember, we want to be realtors for life.